we go.
Are we recording?
You're on.
Okay, great. I can't tell. Hi, good evening, guys. This is Michele Pitto, National Marketing Director with the Juice Plus Company, and we're so excited to have you on our Take Healthy Back call tonight. Really, as we start out 2017 with Project Me, and our big objective here is we want a new norm, and I'm trying to move this forward. Why is that? Well, take a look at these statistics on what is normal today. 750,000 people die every year of heart disease. 600,000 people die every year of cancer. 1 in 3 women and 1 in 2 men will have cancer in his or her lifetime. Staggering numbers, right? And our children are expected to have a shorter lifespan than their parents. More than 29 million people in the U.S. have diabetes, and that's just a few of the statistics. So why are we so excited to talk about Juice Plus and the power of plants? And really what we're talking about here is, the power of micro and macro, and what's the difference between them. They help build, repair, and protect our bodies at the cellular level, and that's so important. It's kind of like if you think about your body kind of like we do a car, we have the gas that goes in the tank, right, that moves us from point A to B. And then we've got the oil under the hood. We never forget about the gas because we just quit moving. Our cars quit moving. But sometimes we can forget about the oil. And what happens if we do forget about the oil? The engine seizes up. And so really our bodies are not that different from those vehicles. Juice Plus has been on the market 23 years. It's in over 20 countries. And what is it? It's vine ripened produce, which is so important because most of the nutrients come into the plants at the very end in the last week on the vine. It's been juiced and dried and tested no less than 6 times. NSF certification, which basically means that what's on the label is in the bottles, and what's not on the label is not in the bottles. And that is really important because we're not finding that out there in the world today, are we? When we watch the news, over 36 third-party peer-reviewed and published studies, never one recall. The Children's Health Study, you can ask whoever invited you on the call tonight how you can get Juice Plus into your kiddos for basically for free, which is an incredible program. Our Shred 10 program, we'll talk just real quickly about that in a little bit. And you know what I love about it? It's safe for all ages, something that anybody can take. And I first heard about Juice Plus 13 years ago when my kids were just 6 and 7. And I was really excited that there was a way for me to get all that nutrition in their bodies. Before I tell you any more about my personal story, the reason I was so excited was because of this research. I was not really that impressed by testimonials, not because I didn't know that could definitely happen in our bodies. But what I did know when I looked at this research was because of this research, I know for a fact what would happen in our bodies and what would happen in your body if you started taking Juice Plus. We know that it improves cardiovascular wellness, it supports the immune system, improves our gum health, reduces oxidative stress, and oxidative stress is really the thing that causes and exacerbates disease. Reduces inflammation, protects our DNA, which means we're keeping our future healthy. I like to think of it that my kids that are in college now, someday when they have kids, that their kids are going to be healthier because we've been protecting their DNA with all this incredible plant power nutrition for years. Healthier skin, hair, nails, reduces insulin resistance, abdominal fat mass, quality of life been studied on babies and all the way through people with cancer, lung health. I mean, a lot of research. That was really important to me, and that's just to touch on it just a bit for you guys. The Juice Plus, one of the things we love about it is there's only 4 products. We can count them on one hand, right? The Juice Plus capsules and chewables, which is the 30 different fruits and veg. And then these complete shakes, which is really like the gasoline that I talked about. The Juice Plus is more like the oil under the hood that keeps you protected at the cellular level. And the complete is like the gasoline that goes in our gas tanks, but it's really, really great because it keeps our cravings low, because it keeps our blood sugar low. So this is great for people of all ages. Once again, even pregnant women, diabetics do so well on the Juice Plus Complete. And I'm really proud of the fact that I know it's safe really for anybody. And I'm sure while I've been talking, you guys read what's in it. So I won't share that anymore. But the other thing that we have is this incredible tower garden, which is an aeroponic growing system. It's really, I think, the way of the future because it uses 90% less water, 90% less space. It's so efficient, and everybody's really into growing locally. And it doesn't get more local than on your own patio or even on a high rise. Let's say you live in a big city and you've got a patio. Well, you can still use the tower garden, or you can see the picture on the right that you can use the tower garden actually in your home. So let me take us off of this stop share. Okay. And let's just talk for a few minutes here now that I've shared a bit about the products. And I told you that I learned about Juice Plus 13 years ago, but I really got excited about it because my story began 20 years ago when my girlfriend lost her 3-year-old to cancer. And that had such an impact on me because I started to learn after that the role that nutrition played in protecting us from really any disease, including cancer. And when I had my own children as a mom, right, we, as a parent, not just a mom, I'm speaking from my own standpoint, it's so important to us to do anything we can to protect our kids. And just like my boys, I wouldn't let them on those skateboards or bikes without their helmets. I just knew it minimized risk. I knew it didn't guarantee anything, but that it minimized risk. And even though we were really healthy at the time, it was a no-brainer for us to get on Juice Plus because I wanted to do everything I could to protect them. And what I can say is in that time frame, what we discovered is that they really didn't have sick days much to their, they just didn't even know how bad it was to be sick as much as they would have liked to break from school, I suppose. But their skin, even through adolescence, did so well without really breaking out because they were flooding their body with these fruits and veg. And I would say about a year into taking Juice Plus, my seasonal allergies cleared up. I never expected that to happen, but I can tell you it's been well over 10 years that I've taken any over-the-counter or even prescription meds for that. Even my allergies to cats really went away. And we know that happens because our immune systems get so strong when we're putting all of this nutrition in our body. And the Juice Plus research specific shows us that. So for me, when I had friends with health issues, it was so easy to say, oh, you should take a look at what we're doing. And that's really, I think, why I'm on the phone actually sharing my story with you guys today. And I'm really excited because we have a couple other people that we've invited on to share their stories because we all have different reasons for being so interested in taking healthy back. And so, Karrie, I would love to have you share your story. Karrie's coming to us. We've got people all over the country on the phone here. And Karrie is just a dear friend that I've met in this Juice Plus community. And she said she would come on and share with us. So share a little bit with us, if you would.
Well, thanks, Michele. Hello, everyone. I just saw some of your beautiful faces on a call a few minutes ago, and I'm happy to see you guys, Riley and Brittany and Lauren. I know Lauren's doing her mama thing. So, and our new team member, Melissa. So thanks, you guys, for inviting me on to share my story tonight. And my story started 13 years ago. Also, Michele. So Michele and I have discovered that we have a lot of similarities in life, and that's so fun. So my story was pretty simple. I heard about Juice Plus from a friend, and she shared with me that, my husband took lots of vitamins, that she asked me a couple questions, And she said, do you take vitamins? And I said, well, my husband does. He takes a whole bag full, as a matter of fact. But the kids and I don't, because they never really made sense to me and they didn't make me feel very good. So she shared Juice Plus with me, and I listened to a healthcare professional named Dr. Paul Williams, and the talk was in case of an emergency. Now, I'm going to share with you what my friend didn't know about me at the time was that I was actually struggling with a few health issues. I had recently been diagnosed with acid reflux. I had some chronic lower back pain. I was experiencing migraine. As a matter of fact, I was going through about a bottle of Excedrin in a month. So that's pretty scary, which probably was leading to my acid reflux, but I didn't know what to do. It was go to the doctor, and they didn't really have a lot of answers, except for maybe they could write some prescriptions. Also, what my friend didn't know was that my daughter had been struggling with seasonal allergies pretty much all of her life. And most people told me, I grew up in California. So when I moved to Missouri, all these people had all these crazy allergies that I didn't experience growing up. But I just thought it's because they live in the Midwest. I didn't know that it's because our immune systems were going down, down, down generationally. So when I moved here, I had my daughter, and then she started experiencing those allergies. People just said, well, you live in the Midwest. That's just the way it is. So as a mom, I'm pretty helpless, right? I just have to take her to the doctor because every time it would turn into a chronic sinus infection. And she would be down and out for a week out of school. Thank goodness she was smart because she could easily catch up, right? But she would be on antibiotic after antibiotic from the time she was little. Remember the pink amoxicillin in the bottle? That kid lived on that stuff when she was little. And I didn't know. I'm just following the doctor's instructions. Give her the amoxicillin. She would get a little better. About 3 months later, down and out. And so my friend didn't know any of this. She just, said, have you ever heard of Juice Plus? It's fruits and vegetables in a capsule. I thought it was juice. She said, no. I said, is it a vitamin? She said, no. I said, okay, I give. What is it? And she said, well, it's literally changed our health picture. And I rolled my eyes kind of behind her back, actually. But we're good friends. And she said, no, I'm serious. And she told me her son's story about getting off 7 prescription medications when he was like 8 years old. And so I was intrigued because she didn't know my story, but she had shared her son's story, and she shared this healthcare professional with me. And that healthcare professional told me the story that not only fruits and vegetables were not only good for you, because we all know that. That's like a duh, right? I knew that from the time I was young when you wrote the pyramid when you were in like 3rd grade, right? Eat fruits and vegetables, right? But I didn't know they were so good for you that they could literally prevent all these chronic illnesses and all these things that were going on in my body and my daughter's body. That's what I didn't know. That's what I found out that day on that tape that she gave me. And so it immediately made sense to me. And I was so grateful. I was so grateful to have an answer because I was struggling and I was kind of like starting to panic. I was like, I can't go down. I'm only 40. This body's got to last me a lot longer. And I have these kids and I got to take care of them. And then, what about my daughter? I just felt so bad for her all the time. And I didn't have an answer. And so at the time, I kind of thought, well, maybe, Juice Plus, we don't eat things like kale, parsley, beets, papaya, cranberries. So it's going to help, right? It's going to help. I don't know what it's going to do. I really didn't know it was going to help all the things that it did end up helping with us. But I knew that we weren't eating those things. And I knew if we didn't eat those things or get those things into our body, that we were going to be worse off down the road. So, simple, convenient, swallow it in a capsule. Really? Here's the skill set. Drink some water, right? So it's like doable for a mom, a busy mom, and a dad that traveled all over the world and busy kids, right? And not have to pile all that stuff on their plate and fight every night at dinner. I was like, oh, answer to prayer. So it was literally that for us. And it made so much sense to me that I knew that forever and ever and ever that my family was going to be on Juice Plus. I knew that there was never going to be a day that we didn't have to bridge the gap in our nutritional component, because I mean, I knew that we were struggling to get a few fruits and vegetables in our diet every day, much less 9 to 13, much less a variety, much less vine ripen. No way, So it made so much sense to me that I told my friend, I think I'm going to join this company, and I would really love to share this with other families. So I really did become a representative and join this company and this mission at the very same time, before I actually even put Juice Plus capsules in any of our bodies, because I knew of the research that Michele shared, that it was, I didn't have to guess. I didn't have to guess whether it was going to work. I knew they had already done the work for me. Yay! That's a mom's dream come true all the way around. So
perfect. Well, thank you. Thank you. And yeah, you're right. I mean, it really is a mission that we're on, because we, like I said, we want to take normal back. So thanks for sharing your story. I learned some things I did not know. And Amy, I would love you to share with us also your story. And you're coming to us from Nebraska. Where are you? Amy, do you hear me? Oh, Amy, honey, you're on mute. There you go.
There we go. Now I'm not muted, right? Okay. So when we started, yes, I'm from central Nebraska, and my husband and I have 2 young boys at home. They're 10 and 7 now, and we were introduced to Juice Plus by our massage therapist. So she just kept talking about it, and I didn't really know what she was talking about. My mom got started, and my mom kept talking about it, and I didn't know what they were talking about. And then one day my husband went over to an appointment with the massage therapist, and he came home and he said, well, we're going to start taking Juice Plus. So we did. And that's when I began to do a little bit more research with some help of Michele and Nyla. I began to look into what we were taking. I knew that it was fruits and vegetables, but really I didn't understand. I was kind of like Karrie, like, yeah, fruits and vegetables are good for you, but you didn't really get that they could really benefit you a lot and do a lot of different things in your body. So about 3 months in, I went to a salad in a jar party with Michele and Nyla, and people were talking at the party about all these different results that they had seen since taking the product. And what I didn't realize until I heard all these other people's stories, was that I was seeing the results. I just didn't realize it. So I looked back over those 2 or 3 months that we'd been taking it, and what I discovered was that I had not had any migraines since I started taking it. I was getting about 1 really bad migraine a month. I have a pretty stressful job, and I think my food intake has a lot to do with it as well. So I haven't had a migraine since. I was having a lot of aches and pains. I was 36, I think, when we started taking it. And I just was achy all the time. I like to exercise, and I would do a really hard workout, but I would almost regret it every time because I just hurt so bad. And once we started taking it, I realized that my recovery was minimal, almost non-existent. Like, I just am not hurting at all. My knees don't hurt. My back doesn't hurt. And that was just a huge improvement from what I was dealing with before then. I was having some problems with breakouts on my back. I had even asked my doctor when I went for my annuals to ask her what was going on, because I thought maybe it was about hormones or something like that. She didn't really give me any answers. And after about 6 months, I was not experiencing any of that going on. I had seen a lot of different things. That's just a small glimpse of what had gone on with me. My husband, he is the allergy guy, and he wasn't expecting results like he had gotten, but he had to do a different job last summer and probably would never have been able to work outside in the middle of pollination season as much as he was. It was amazing that he even made it through. But what we found out was that he was not having those seasonal allergy problems like he had, and they were just debilitating before that. And then our two boys both had problems since they were just tiny, both of them, with constipation. And they both had problems with getting chronic strep or croup. It was one or the other. Every single year we would deal with at least going to the doctor 4 times. Every so often with my little guy, he would wake up in the middle of the night with horrible cramps with constipation. So we've had 0 doctor visits in about 14 months for both of my boys. They have not had to go to the doctor for a sick visit. No strep, no croup, and very little problems with constipation that we could always link back to too much milk. So it's really been a huge change for them, because I can safely say that that's the only change, the significant change that they have made, and they're invested in it as well. They both love it, and they know that when they are taking their gummies, that they're doing something that's really good for their bodies. And that's such a reassurance as a parent.
That's great. And so what I'm hearing here with your story, Karrie's story, mine, improvement in immune function for sure. Karrie's kids, your husband, me with the allergies, are all of our kids. The GI stuff with your son, Karrie with the acid reflux, and then Amy and Karrie, you guys both had migraines that you saw a big change in also. So we're seeing that consistent, right, with the research. We should expect that to happen, but so that's great. Thank you guys for sharing that. And I wanted to just take us back here, if I can manage my technology, present, because I had another, come on there. Hopefully you guys can see that. I had another slide here that I had just thrown in here about the Shred 10. Make sure, if you guys have never heard about this, talk to the person that invited you on. It's this incredible program, so much value, so many incredible cookbooks and support that is just our gift to you, because in just 10 days of focus, you can jumpstart your health so you can create some new healthy habits. And I love this. Health is 20% fitness and 80% nutrition. So for those people that think they're going to just work out, you know what? We can be fit, but still not necessarily healthy, right? So now, the other thing that I just wanted to say was, let me stop this share, is that, we know that a lot of people got on, wanted to know more about Juice Plus. For some of us, it was really important to know more about the company also, because for me, I was a bit skeptical. I hadn't heard of Juice Plus all those years ago, and I wanted to know more about the company as well after looking into the research. So we're going to take the last, maybe 10 minutes here and just talk a little bit about how we all started to share. And you think you heard a little bit on why, because of these great results. But if you got on and you just wanted to know about Juice Plus, and knowing more about the company behind Juice Plus is not something that you're interested in now, thank you for being with us. And you certainly don't need to stay on with us. But for the rest of you, we look forward to just sharing a little bit more about this amazing company behind Juice Plus. And one of the things that I was skeptical about was something that we call, this pyramid shape. And really what I came to learn was my corporate background was that pyramid was my life, you know, the CEO of the company, and then the middle managers and the lower managers, and then all the worker people. Very rarely do those worker people down here make it up the ladder. And like I said, I had this thing in mind that I know a lot of us, you know, might have come in thinking about. And really, the Juice Plus business model is so amazing. It's really a hybrid of 4 different business models, but we're more like really an inverted pyramid. I can never make that right in the picture. Or even I've heard said a square, because we all start at the same place and have the same opportunity. And the thing is I know, Karrie, you were a stay-at-home mom. I know you're a national marketing director with our company. My background was corporate America and finance. I'm a national marketing director with this company. And Amy, I believe you're a social worker. And we all know so many people that have more than replaced some incredible full-time incomes with 6 and 7-figure incomes, but they all start at the same place. So it's such a level playing field, whether you start as a stay-at-home mom, or you're a doctor or a healthcare professional, a pharmacist like Michele, social worker like Amy. We all have the same opportunity to get to the same places. So I want to just share with you, just for $50, you can become a rep with our company, which is crazy that you can have this $1 million franchise that's international. And I wanted to share with you what that looks like real quickly. And basically, this looks kind of like, a lot of information. I don't expect you guys to have this sink in. What I hope you to get out of this is that you can see our business model is a stair step. We all start on the bottom step and move up. We can move at our own speed. There's no quotas, no inventory. The company does everything for us. They ship the product. They take care of all the payments, and really manage everything for us. And what we do is we just share our hearts. We share our own personal stories with people. And when we share with, and I'll show you on the next slide, but just on this, know that to get to our top commission level, where we're all, whether you're a brand new person or a national marketing director in our company, most people get there in 4 to 6 months, and they earn about $200 in bonuses along the way. That doesn't include retail sales, profit, and commissions. They don't have to give up their families. They don't have to give up their day jobs. They don't have to give up their life. This is a business when you're sitting on the sidelines watching a game, and the parent next to you says, "Oh my gosh, if the kids get sick one more time," or you hear that somebody's been diagnosed with a serious health condition. It's very easy at that point to share, we heard about something that's really made a difference in our health. I would love to share that with you. So our whole point here is that we develop a small customer base, and just from doing that and sharing with 20 families, you can be making $750 a month just sharing this with a few families. And for you to have that kind of consistent income coming in each month, you would have to have at least $250,000 in the bank earning 4% interest. And I love this little house pictures, because what we do is not complicated. You come in and get your Juice Plus, and you love your mom and your sister. They could benefit from better nutrition. You share Juice Plus with them, and now you've hit the first commission level. You earn really over $200, a $100 bonus, and usually about $100 retail sales profit. You probably can think of 3 to 5 friends right now that have such a servant's heart, love to help people. Perhaps they really could use an extra $500 a month. Perhaps they hate their job and they really would love to replace it. You bring in your buddy. They love their mom and their brother. They share with them. Now they get the commission, and the couple $100, right? Between you and your buddy or several buddies, you fill up the rest of these houses. A lot of people are doing this in as little as 30 days or less, but the company gives you 60. Then you do that, they're going to give you another $250 bonus. So what I was showing you on this other side is how all those bonuses add up. The company gives you all these bonuses as you move through the levels. As a national marketing director, how I said we were a hybrid of different businesses, the company, I don't know of anybody out there that does this. We get a $60,000, $70,000 comprehensive medical benefits package, including family tuition reimbursement for college, which I'm fully taking advantage of with 2 boys now, an expense allowance, holiday bonus, incredible benefits. And then once again, this incredible research, just to recap, it's been tested 6 times, the certifications. It has a nutrition label, not a supplement label, and this incredible community of people. And I'm going to end the slide because I want to, sorry guys, just wanted to come back on with Karrie and Amy again as we close out. And I know, Amy, you were saying how much you enjoyed this community, and I know you started sharing just because I know you didn't see yourself as a salesperson, but what has this experience done for you outside of just the health picture for your family?
Well, before we started taking Juice Plus, I really had done a lot of educating myself just on different health topics. And it's really been just a great thing to be able to team up with other people that have, that are like-minded, that are just looking to better their health. And so what I hear people say it all the time, and it's what I experience consistently, is that the community, it's so positive and uplifting, and everybody is really there to back you up and help you out in any way you can. So no matter if I'm going to my own salad in a jar party, or if I go and crash somebody else's, everyone's so welcoming, and it just makes a huge difference. You really feel so supported in so many ways, and that you have not only people that are like in a town right next to you or in your own town, but also this whole community that's on Voxer and on Facebook, and of these other representatives who will be able to help you and answer questions and really just do whatever they can, not only to help their businesses, but it also helps yours too. And it's not competitive whatsoever. So it just feels so positive all the time.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I've 13 years and I can't imagine doing anything else, because if they took away my ability to create income with Juice Plus, I'd still tell people about it. I absolutely would. And I don't think there's any other job I would go to that if they took away my ability to get paid, that I would still show up there, so that's a big difference. And in closing, Karrie, was there anything you wanted to say? I know, like I said, you were a stay-at-home mom, and you've built this incredible business as a national marketing director. I know your daughter, Casey, is close to being a national marketing director right now at age 24. I can't imagine what that feels like, but if you want to just say something to close us out here, we would love that. Oh, I think you're muted. You're muted. Anybody can be a national marketing director.
That's right. And, learning new skills has been definitely part of this, and developing and growth, you guys. I mean, honestly, when I started this 13 years ago, I had that vision. My friend showed me the big picture, what was possible with this company, this big picture. And then she invited me to an event, and Michele and I and many of you just got back from this event over the weekend where we were with 600 like-minded people, just an amazing experience. And Michele and I are sidelined, and we don't have any financial benefit from each other's businesses, but we are buddies and everybody in that room. And so she asked me to come on and share, and she invited some of my team members to come on and hear her team. And so when you're talking about the community and what this culture is like, it's like none other. I couldn't even imagine it. And so when my friend showed me the big picture, I thought, that would be really cool. I would love that. And then when she invited me into the community, I fell in love. And so at points of this journey, I went fast and I went slow and I went everywhere in between. And I just kept my desire to succeed, and I kept setting goals, and I just moved the timeline. And I'd set a goal and I moved the timeline. And really at the heart of it, I just stayed connected to that person that shared Juice Plus with me and how important that was to me. So the goal is one thing, because that's kind of the head part, right? And that's good. But the hard part was I was thankful and grateful, and I wanted to, pay that forward. And so the fact that I got to pay that forward and give that vision and what was possible to my daughter, who now is in this business with me, and like I said, Michele, 24 years old, and almost a national marketing director, and just the opportunities for her and her life. You talk about leaving a legacy that will go on beyond me and beyond her. And I'm forever grateful for this opportunity. I'm forever grateful. So whether you do a little bit or a lot in this, you are a blessing. And so just, I would just say, just take the next step. Wherever you are, just take the next step, and be open, and just, be a part of this community. It doesn't matter if you're a big part or a small part, but be a part of the community, because it's really, really amazing. And the benefits package and the paycheck that gets deposited into my account every month on the 10th of the month, that I literally have to say, I get paid for doing this. I get paid for doing this. But I can look at that paycheck and know that's a reflection of all the lives I've touched, and all the people that I've reached out to and helped. And I was just on my phone tonight, and I shared a post that on social media of a 91-year-old that is on Juice Plus, and I shared that. And a friend of my husband's who had open heart surgery this year liked the post, and we have been trying to share Juice Plus with him for a while now. And he had open heart surgery, and it was very major. He's just my husband's age, so it was kind of scary. He just liked it, and I got brave enough to reach out to him privately, and I said, did you like that just to be nice, or are you really interested in making a change? And he said, I think I'm ready. So you know what? That's priceless. That's priceless. So thanks, you guys. I appreciate you, Michele. Love you guys.
Thank you, guys. I can't think of a better way to end this call. Thank you for that. We appreciate it. And we do this every Thursday at noon Pacific time, and every Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. So feel free to join